Sir.
It's a pleasure, Michelle.
Are we finally going to put democracy into the Democratic Republic of Congo?
I doubt about it, and I doubt about it for several reasons, and I have voiced out these reasons not so long ago on your channel here. And thanks for ENCA to always accommodate the issues of the Congolese people that are peculiar to Congo. I don't think that the government, which is illegitimate and illegal government, had any intention to organize those elections. And why? Because they were forced, first of all, to organize the elections in 2018, while they prefer to organize those elections at a later stage. And what is happening right now, in terms of the fire that was set a fortnight ago, it's just mainly an evidence that they had no intention of organizing elections, and so they had to claim that the voting machines as well as the booths have been destroyed by a fire. Not only those voting machines that have been set on fire, but we also have news that there are trucks that were carrying the voting machine that have overturned in some of the road. And we know that for the past 17 years that it has been in power, there has been a complete destruction of the Congolese social life as well as the infrastructure. So we don't have roads, we don't have electricity. Even if we were to go to election with a voting machine, there's no electricity in 96% of the entire country. So those elections, this democracy is just a marriage. It's something, a dream. It's a lie. And this lie has been shown today by the fact that the regime itself has burnt its own lie.
I mean, the fact that 40 million people are registered to vote, it shows the hunger by the people of the DRC for these elections and for a change.
We are aiming for that change for so long. For instance, you must understand that, let's say the case of the diaspora, the Congolese diaspora in South Africa. We are about 700,000, and we are aiming and willing to go back to our country and participate into the rights and the responsibility of bringing our country forward. But we can't, because we are prisoners. So those 40 million voters are prisoners of a system that has been imposed upon us. Partly it is our own responsibility, because we are supposed as well, the same way the South African people here had to go against apartheid, that the same way we need to stand against the regime and tell the Kabila and his people that enough is enough, and it is about time that they must go. But we are prisoners, and I'm going to tell you why. The Constitution that was signed here in South Africa, and that's where we are appealing to His Excellency President Cyril Ramaphosa, because South Africa has invested a lot of money for them to be able to have a constitution, to have a democracy since 2003. But the same democracy has been jeopardized by the people that were put in place. So the constitution that was written here has been actually destroyed by the same people. And it is important now that the 40 million people, as well as the 80 million Congolese people that are aspiring to peace, we aspire to peace. The eastern side has been in war since 1997. So it's 21 years. The eastern side has been a capital of rape. 450,000 women are raped on a single month, and nobody's saying anything. We don't see any solidarity from the entire global globe. There's nobody talking about the situation happening in the Congo. The atrocities, the children that are soldiers, nobody's talking about them. Children are not going to school, let alone that people have no freedom to cast a vote today. But who are we? We are not animals. That's why we are saying it is important now, the community, international community, the Africans, and the South Africans particularly, to have the same solidarity that we had toward the South Africans during the apartheid era. And that's what we are claiming for.
Joseph, I mean, you talk about aspiring for peace, but really there's only so much that ordinary people in the DRC can do. I mean, we saw an opposition supporter just yesterday, a 17-year-old opposition supporter, part of an opposition rally, being shot and killed in that opposition rally. 9 days to the vote. Do you think it's going to happen on the 23rd of December?
I doubt that we'll have any vote on the 23rd of December. That's why we are calling to the international community, to the UN, to the African Union, to the SADC particularly, that we have an independent investigation to know who are the culprits that have set fire onto this voting machine. Whether there is the voting machine or not, we have ways and means to organize those elections. There are many trees in the Congo. We saw that Yaya Jammeh, they were voting with an African system. We can also implement an African system in the Democratic Republic of Congo and have this vote on the 23rd of December. If the vote is not there, that will be chaos. And it was evident yesterday night after the fire was set, the Congolese people, and this time around, whether they were from the Lamuka faction or they were from the Cash faction or any other faction, they all stood and said, Mr. Kabila, on the 23rd December, come the 24th, he must be out of our country because we have had enough. This we will take the courage to put him out of the country. And with the diaspora, we are appealing to the bystanders, Congolese that are here, that it is about time that if we need to go and protest on the 24th in front of our embassy to voice out our anger for the vote that has been stolen from us, our freedom that has been stolen from us, it is important that on the 24th we all show a front, a united front, go in front of the embassy, go and appeal to the president of this country to assist so that Mr. Kabila will not be in the Democratic Republic of Congo again.
Jean Boissa, thanks very much for coming into
It's
studio.
It's a pleasure, madam.
Jean Boissa is an Africa analyst talking to us about the situation in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The elections are scheduled for the 23rd of December, just 2 days before Christmas, but just over the past fortnight or so,